Sandwiched between Mazeroski Way and the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Welcome to PNC Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And starting this one, Paul Skeens. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Out towards right center field. Cruz running hard to get it. He's got it. And there's one down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
And up next for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. Skeens, 22 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023. Lifted in the air down the left side. Connor Falefa on the move. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Batting third, shortstop, Otto Lopez.
So up next, Otto Lopez. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. In there at the knees. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics. But
he locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Miami down in order. And now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Ronnie Enriquez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
O'Neal Cruz, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 20.
Oh, now this ball is driven into the left center field gap. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Everything came together for him. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one is gone. A 2-run blast. It's 2-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
The
love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Ryan Reynolds here. Right through there for a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And strike two.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Kicks and fires. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. One away. Here's the Pirates lineup now. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, O'Neal Cruz.
And Boog, he's their team leader in home runs, so you know the pitchers on that other side, man, they took a lot of time preparing for him in that pregame meeting. You know, he's got a lot of pop, and it's real pop. It's not fluky at all. He can absolutely change the outlook of a game very quickly, so watch out when he steps in.
Ground ball, left side. And there's two down.
Batting fifth, catcher, Henry Davis.
Henry Davis, the next Pirate to hit. Up and in, ball one. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1-1.
That's towards center. Myers makes the catch, and that'll do it. Cannonball coming. It's now a 2-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Liam Hicks.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And a foul ball. That one almost got him.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
That just misses, and that's ball two.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norby. And that chops in for a strike.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. And he blows that one by him at 100.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Eric Wagaman, the next up for the Marlins. And a curve misses outside. Two down, nobody on.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Fastball is outside.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And the Marlins down quietly, and they're down 2-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now, Alexander Canario.
Alexander Canario.
Enriquez back to work. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No balls, 1 strike.
Right side. Makes the sliding stop. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. This to third. Fair ball.
Batting 8th, first baseman.
So a man at first. Jared Triolo, the next to hit. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
That one in the dirt. Yeah, that's ball 2. Man at first, 1 away. Good eye right there.
Count's full.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Runner, take your base.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. The shortstop takes the ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
That one way inside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And there's a ball. Runners at first and second with one gone. Bottom half of inning number 2. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. Golden opportunity right here. And downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jansen Junk, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Quantrill also throwing. Hayes on third. Triolo on second. Connor Falefa at first. One gone. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That misses, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's McCutcheon. He's already homered in this game.
How many times have we seen an early at bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
First pitch, not close. Bases loaded, 2 down. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And that one is downstairs. 2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Missed with a changeup. They're now 3 in a row.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ronnie Enriquez will depart. Not what they were hoping for from the opener, so we'll see a new arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for Miami.
So the Marlins go with a new arm. Jansen Junk
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
So bases all loaded up. Ryan Reynolds getting ready to hit. Flying to left his first time. Close one, doesn't get the call, and that's ball 1.
Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but you know, this at bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome. You think about it, there's a chance to really blow this thing open right here.
Just missed.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a really good take.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here in Pittsburgh, top half of the 3rd inning at the plate, Dane Myers. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Davis hauls it in, and there's one away.
That was a good, hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Heriberto Hernandez, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Boog, one really cool moment I remember at PNC Park is the 2006 Home Run Derby during All-Star Weekend. David Ortiz and Ryan Howard each hit homers into the Allegheny River on the fly. Really awesome to watch.
They got it for out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Javier Sanoa at the plate now. That's ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Inside, just missed. Two outs.
Ball out.
Two out, space is empty. In for a strike, now 3-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Caught it, looking for the K. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They trail in this one 3-0. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. And that's in for a strike.
You know, these Pirates doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His 2nd of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Oh, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Davis stands in now and watches strike 1.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Foul ball there. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout.
Now
All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Canario.
Now it's Alexander Canario. He's 0 for 1. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. 1 out, base is empty.
Wood.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No, that's that slurve right there.
1-2.
He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a ball popped up. Hicks settles underneath it. Drops into the glove. 2 away.
Now batting. Third baseman. Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Ke'Bryan Hayes, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Right through there for a strike.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play. Can throw from so many different angles and makes really tough plays look very easy.
1-1.
Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Now batting. First baseman.
2 outs, runner at first.
Triolo.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Jared Triolo. There's a strike.
0-1.
And that is out of play. Hayes leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That misses the
1 ball,
zone.
2 strikes.
Going to count 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at PNC Park as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards. Just missed.
Ball.
Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Fastball for a strike.
Now pitching.
Caleb
for the
Ferguson,
Pirates.
ready or not, in the game now
Number
after the
64.
injury.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Two now. On the ground to the left.
That's foul.
And it goes just foul. This one in the air, right field. Full extension, makes the catch.
Just a great job of concentration there as he leaves the ground to go airborne to make a diving catch. That's a tough play, but he got the job done.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Flied out his first time. A little bit high. 1-0. Sanchez, 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Mike Burrows loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Heaney, a left-hander, also throwing. One down, base is empty. Swinging a ground ball, and that's just foul. The Marlins still looking for their first hit in this one. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 1-2. That one is upstairs. That's a little bit low.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Here's a 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. And that drops in for a strike. And it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They're down 4-0. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th at the plate for Pittsburgh. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And he hits a ground ball right side. That takes care of Kiner-Falefa.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, Boog, I know it's obvious, but you just can't miss Cruz when he's on the field. I've never seen a player like him. I mean, he's 6'7", weighs 220 pounds, and is the tallest shortstop in the history of Major League Baseball.
And that misses off the outside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Andrew.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen. He's already homered here in this one. Runner takes off. Pitch misses.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Flying around third is Cruz. The throw's offline. He's safe. And the lead is up to 5. Runner on at first with one gone. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Brian Reynolds. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a foul out of play.
That missed. That's a ball.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sanoha snags it for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick
Gonzalez digs in now. He swings and fouls one off. McCutchen off of first with 2 away. Line drive and foul ball.
One and two.
This one in the dirt. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
2-2.
Squirts away a little bit. And that one in the air center field. Myers snags it, and that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and the lead is now 5-0. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching.
We're back,
for the
and there's a new
Pirates.
arm on the mound to start the 5th.
Number
Mike
50.
Burrows.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Liam Hicks now at the plate. Hicks having a lot more success on the road this season. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Marlins, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They've found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue It's making things more difficult at the plate.
Gonzalez settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Connor Norby.
And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby. His first at-bat was a strikeout. That one at 95, missed up top, ball one. That's ripped, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now the first baseman, Eric Wagaman. Fastball is outside.
1-0.
There's a strike.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a
1-2 is the count.
fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him
That's
for
a
his
ball.
commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2-2.
That just
ball.
misses, and it's 3-2.
Full count.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Three-two. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And now 2 aboard to third. Tag, got him.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
So, man aboard, Dane Myers. The next up for the Marlins. And the first pitch misses for ball one. In the air, right field. Reynolds gets under it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Pirates 5 and the Marlins nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
Miami.
now to start the bottom of the 5th and
Number
taking over
20.
on the mound, Tommy Siddiqui. On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference,
Leading
there are
off
just more
for the
people in the
Pirates,
stands and it's a
catcher,
bigger stadium. But
Henry
the game itself is still the
Davis.
same. Look at the catcher. Whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw. And just let him lead you in this one.
Davis up
That
for the
missed,
3rd
that's the
time
ball.
here. Watches that one miss. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Sanchez makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Up next for the Pirates, Alexander Canario. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That clips the zone. 0-2 now.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Got him swinging.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up
Now
on
batting,
the inside
third
part of the plate.
baseman,
Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front.
Hayes.
Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Hayes in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Bucks go down quietly, but they hold a 5-0 lead. New inning getting started, and now the DH, Heriberto Hernandez. Burrows back to work. That misses.
That's the ball.
Ball 1. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now for the Marlins, Javier Sanoja. He's 0 for 1. That's in for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Close, but called the ball. And that is ball 1. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
And first offering is fouled off. And ball 1. Next pitch is outside. Ball 2.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
First and second here, no outs. Ground ball left side, could be 2. The flip to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boog. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you gotta remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Sanchez in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
3-0.
And there's the automatic. (3-1) now. On the ground to first. Triolo steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.